Oh, and he murdered 2 young girls. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he did this all by himself? He didn't have 3 other
No.
POSs with him?
So
Hello and
Hello.
welcome. Well, it's my turn.
Hi.
What are you doing? It's my turn to start this.
They don't want to hear you. I read the comments.
Did you have this plan the whole time that
Nope.
you were going to just step on my intro?
Nope.
So
I don't have a plan.
Apparently not, but it's a bad one of whatever you're concocting in your head right at this moment.
I am a wild card.
Wild like that shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Anyhow, welcome to T-Shirts Often Suck.
I wear black T-shirts, so I'm cool. Sorry, that was just my impression of you.
That was actually very
Spot on, right?
That's very disrespectful.
Your face is disrespectful.
Wow. Anyhow, welcome to People Often Suck podcast.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Episode 4.
We've established that.
Have we, though?
Yep. So if you like what you hear,
Well, probably not at this point.
and if you don't, please follow us anyways.
And share with your friends, family, frenemies. I like that new term. Frenemies. Well, it's not really a new term. It's an older term, but frenemies.
Yeah. And if you came across us doom scrolling,
Keep scrolling.
Stay.
Oh, stay.
Yeah.
Check us out. Yes.
Yeah. It's your first time, so over there is
TC.
TC.
And over there is
Tom. And
Tomfoolery.
just so you know, I refuse to learn how to swim.
And in that shirt, I can see why.
Mm-hmm. It's just pointless. I live on land.
You also made a comment at one time that you wanted to be in Miami Vice, and this was as close as you could get to it. So,
Well, I can't travel back to the 80s, so I bring the 80s to me.
anyhow, that's so nice of you.
I've been told.
So if you are new to our podcast, we basically share stories of true crime scenarios that have happened around the world, not necessarily here in the good old United States. They tend to be a lot of times in Florida, although so far this season, I don't know if we haven't had really any in Florida.
I've been cutting them a break.
Wow. All of a sudden in season 3, you've kind of grown a heart.
Oh,
2 sizes bigger.
Wait till season 4. Oh boy.
Oh no.
All Florida all the time.
Oh, stop it. Stop. Anyhow, we are very happy that you're here, and we would really like if you would please share, truly share our podcast with others, because that's the only way we can help grow and keep doing this. We enjoy doing it, and we've heard from 2 people that they've enjoyed us doing it, and so we want to grow that to 3 people someday.
Yeah, and if you are one of those 3 people, thank you. Welcome back.
Well, we haven't gotten to 3 yet.
Oh, but
hopefully after this episode.
If you are that 3rd person, thank you.
The 3rd one will get a $50 gift card to Kmart. To Kmart.
No, we can't. We can't offer.
Well,
things.
we can't offer that. No. It's a store that's closed.
There's probably one still in.
Oh, damn it! You're right. Somewhere in the Midwest.
Like Blockbuster. There's always just one.
There is one Blockbuster that's still open.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm a member.
Oh, God. It's not even in the state.
So?
That won't stop you. That's good.
No.
I'm glad to hear that.
Won't
well,
stop.
we've taken up
way too much time
of our two people who are watching and listening. So we'll get started, I think, right? I mean...
Yep. Lead us.
I want you to know that after butchering so many names throughout seasons 1 and 2, and a little bit in the beginning of this season, I did attempt to try an app to help me with the phonetic, way to say the names correctly.
That sounds like cheating.
Well, we're going to try it on this one.
Okay.
I'm not saying that this is what will remain, but I'm going to try it on this one.
It's funnier if you try and fail.
Problem is, I could likely fail just even with this assistance.
Okay, well, let's try it. Go ahead.
So, this is the story of Junko Furuta.
Jeez, you've got the cheat code right in front of you.
I told you, and I'm not even attempting to try to screw it up. Yes, Junko Furuta. Mm-hmm. I believe that is correct. And the story comes from a suggestion from somebody who follows us, Ritmo Sundazo.
Are they one of the two?
One of the two what?
Followers?
I think so, yes.
Oh, okay.
Anyhow, it's a pretty twisted and demented story. A case that's going back to the late 80s in the beautiful country of Japan.
Japanland?
Japanland. Sure, Japanland. See, Japan, as we know, they're very respectful people, low crime rate, right? I mean, comparatively to the United States.
I don't know if it's necessarily a low crime rate, but they definitely have a high conviction rate, which might deter people from committing crimes.
True. However, it is a respect thing over there.
Right.
So I did look up the numbers. In the 1980s, this is not today, 1980 stats.
When the shirt was rocking?
I don't know that shirt was ever rocking. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say.
Oh, black shirts are so awesome. They're timeless. Man, MTC. Again, that's just my impression of you. Spot on, I know.
I don't even know if I want to continue with the story. But anyhow, so the crime rate back in the 1980s in Japan was 1.1 murders for every 100,000 in population.
Oh, that's pretty low.
You want to know what the murder rate was in the United States back in the 1980s?
Oh, I'm sure it was something stupid like 100.
100 per 100,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to set this up to make it sound like we were a little bit better than that? Because it wasn't 100 per 100,000.
Okay, so like 1,000?
That's worse.
Okay.
So 10.2 homicides per 100,000.
Okay. Well, that's definitely better than what I said.
Well, better than what you said, but
so
10 times worse than Japan.
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it that way. But so it would come as a surprise and a shock that on November 25th, 1988, Junko, I'll just say Junko. Okay. I already said the last name.
Yeah.
Went missing in Musato, Sayutama Prefecture.
Perfect.
Prefecture.
Got it. First try.
I have completely butchered that and now have offended us over in the country of Japan. But she went missing. Mm-hmm. Not a good scenario.
No.
Not at all.
Uh-huh.
So as the story goes, she's a 17-year-old high school girl riding home on her bike from her job that she would do after school. She was an ambitious young lady, went to school, then went to work. And because the crime rate is so low in Japan, she felt safe to be able to ride home after work. No problem, right?
Well, until she went missing. So this is about the time when Hiroshi Mayano and Shinji Minato, who were riding around in the area on their motorcycles, spotted Junko. So this would be kind of the Japanese version of a local gang or just bad kids. Okay.
See, Hiroshi and Shinji and two other of their friends named Joe Agura and Yasushi Watanabe. That's it.
See, I'm telling you, it didn't even help me out. Were all high school dropouts and had engaged in various crimes, including theft, which would be like purse theft, car theft, assault, and rape.
So clearly, their conviction rate was not doing its job. Because if they were doing these things, and they're how old? They're teenage?
They're high school dropouts. So they're in their late teens,
Late
probably
teens.
17, 18.
Which, yeah, I'm sure that brought great shame to their families. But still, the fact that they have a list of offenses so far and they're not in jail at this time worries me.
Yeah, it should worry you because unfortunately what happened next was not a good thing.
Obviously, that's why we're talking about them.
Yes, that's why they're on our podcast, because they suck. So Hiroshi and Shinji had the intent that fateful day to find a girl that they wanted to rape, and sadly they came across Junko. So the scheme that they put in motion was that Shinji was going to basically knock Junko off her bike to pretend to not necessarily attack her, just knock her off her bike, be a bad guy or whatever. And Hiroshi would come to her rescue and help to, save the day. And that's exactly what happened. So Shinji hopped off his motorcycle, basically knocked her off her bike, but didn't attempt to steal it, and then basically took off. And here comes Hiroshi, who happened to be in the area and was there to save the day, and then offer to walk her home to make sure that she was safe the rest of the way.
So nice.
And again, because there's trust issue, well, not even trust issues, there's trust pretty much in most everyone there. Junko agreed. Yeah, please walk me home. That'd be great. However, in the course of the walking home, and slowly Hiroshi was gaining more of her trust, he ended up actually walking her to a warehouse where he then threatened by telling her he was a member of the Yakuza. Have you ever heard of that?
Well, that's the Japanese mafia, isn't it?
It's, well, as they described it, as I researched it, they are known as a large network of gangs within Japan. So perhaps, yes, outright mafia in the American terms, but seems to be a good network of gangs in Japan. Not nice and friendly guys.
I reckon not.
Now, there is nothing that points to the fact that he truly was in the gang, but obviously enough to scare her because she knew exactly what the Wakuza was. Shut up over there. That night, Hiroshi took Junko to a hotel in Adachi and sadly raped her. But this was only the start of what would become a 40-day nightmare.
Oh, my God.
Yes, it wasn't a rape and let you go. She was there to stay. So after the rape, Hiroshi called Shinji and bragged about raping Junko. What a great guy. In the early morning hours of November 26th, so the next day essentially, Hiroshi took Junko to a park near the hotel where Shinji, Joe, and Yasushi were waiting, where they could then proceed to threaten her that if they knew where she lived, knew her family, and that if she did anything or said anything or whatever, that the Wakuza would kill her family. And this was even if she attempted to escape. So now she's afraid to even go anywhere because her family's in jeopardy. Again, probably lies. They didn't really know where she lived and didn't know her family. But she doesn't know that.
Right.
Shinji agreed to confine Junko to a second floor room. So Shinji, let's see. How would I put him? I'm going to do an old term, the Three Stooges. Shinji is kind of like, Larry in that group. Mo would be Hiroshi.
Okay.
Okay.
So who's Curly?
The other two combined are Curlies.
Okay.
Maybe one's Curly, one's Shemp.
There you go.
So Shinji agreed to confine Junko to a second floor room of his house for the purposes of gang raping her. I don't know where mom and dad are in this picture, by the way, but if obviously Shinji is a dropout, in high school, who knows how well that they're actually involved in his life anyways.
Right.
So over the next 38 days, Junko would be subjected to repeated rape, torture, humiliation, and things that I am purposely leaving out as not to make our audience basically throw up and turn us off. It was that bad.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, bad. These were sick, evil bastards.
It blows me away that somebody can do that to another person. Or anything, really.
100%. I mean, you have to wonder what would motivate these guys other than pure evil to do this. So, as the story goes, she was not only raped repeatedly by the four main, as I wrote down, assholes. I'm just going to call it out. But reports suggest that in total, 17 men and 1 woman were confirmed in participating in crimes against Junko. However, only 8 were reported to have raped her at some point over those 40 days. Up to 100 people, though, knew that Junko was there.
What the actual F, man?
Yeah, like someone gonna report her?
Is this like half the town?
So anyhow, yeah, it's pretty bad. So now one member of that 100 that knew that Junko was there did end up going to the police.
Wow. What a good Samaritan.
They showed up at the house, didn't bother to search it, and basically took the parents, their word for it, that there was nothing going on that they were aware of.
Wow. That's some fine police work.
And they left.
So close.
So throughout the rest of December, the severity of Junko's abuse continued to escalate, and by the end of the month, she was severely malnourished after being fed only small amounts of food and eventually only milk. So due to her injuries, she had become essentially unable to even walk downstairs to go to the toilet, and was confined to the room's floor in a state of extreme weakness. This poor girl couldn't get up. She couldn't barely move. I mean, she is withering away, literally in front of them.
And they did nothing.
Well, they did things.
Yeah, they did things, just not good things.
Her figure had been so, actually, let me start that back up. Her appearance had been so disfigured from the beatings, with her face becoming swollen to the point of unrecognizability. And her wounds had started to emit a foul odor.
Oh.
I mean, it's horrific. She ultimately died when she choked on a piece of candy while being beaten.
Jeez.
Her body was in such bad shape that she was malnourished, unhealthy, and even scared badly. Sorry, it's not scared. Scarred. Well, she was scared badly all over her body, including her face. Afraid that their crime, now the boys are afraid because she died.
Oh, no.
Now they're afraid that, their crime could be discovered.
So this is where stupidity turns into complete moronic, like downright dumb beep.
So now we're getting into real Three Stooges territory?
Oh, 100%. And even the Three Stooges were smarter than these guys.
Okay.
So basically, they wrapped her body in a blanket and placed it in a large travel bag. Then put the bag in a metal drum and filled it with wet concrete. The mafia could have done better than this. At around 8 p.m. on January 5th, 1989, the group drove to a vacant lot near a construction site on the island near Tokyo and dumped the drum there. In early 1989, so X amount of months later or so, the guys were captured and ultimately found guilty for the murder, rape, sexual assault, and abandonment of a corpse. So thankfully, they didn't get away with it.
Well, except all those other people who participated and knew.
Yeah, in any of my searching stuff, I didn't see anything that actually talked about what happened to all the other scumbags that were part of this. It just highlighted the 4, true pieces of...
What about her parents? Weren't they putting a signal out to...
So they did actually go out. They did file a missing, persons report. They certainly tried to... so what I didn't mention on here is that occasionally the 4 idiots would have her occasionally call to make sure that they knew that she was still alive. But before anything could be determined or whatever or leaked out, or they would cut off the phone call. So they knew that she was alive somewhere. They just didn't know where.
Wow.
Yeah. And so all 4 okay, so so they were charged, and then they were of course sentenced to their respective terms in prison. This is going to probably make you laugh even more. All 4 appealed their sentences, with 3 of them getting resentenced to longer terms by the Tokyo High Court. Which is, I've never heard that before. Certainly not in our country, that you could have a verdict come down, the judge issues the sentence, and then a higher court comes in and says, that's not long enough. We're going to make it longer.
Good.
Now, because the boys were considered underage, they weren't eligible for life in prison.
Oh.
Yeah. So Yoshi was only sentenced to 17 years, but resentenced to 20 years, which is the maximum amount of time that a minor can get.
Okay, so he's already been released.
He's already been released, yeah. Shinji got 5 to 6 years, but was resentenced to 5 to 9. Yasushi got 3 to 4, but was resentenced to 5 to 7. And Joe was the only one who did not get resentenced, but was sentenced to 5 to 10 years already. Which is interesting. Why would Joe get the second worst amount of punishment when Shinji was the one who actually housed her? Interesting question.
Oh, I thought that was just a rhetorical. Did you want me to answer? Because I don't have that answer.
Well, I don't either. I guess it is rhetorical. I just don't understand why Joe got a longer sentence than even in the resentencing for Shinji.
I don't know. I just keep hoping that at the time their prison system was like, all the horror stories you hear about ours, you hope it's just as bad over there. Just
yeah, right?
Like whatever they inflicted on her, you hope they got that in return for the next 5 to 10 years at least.
Right. It did say, I didn't have it written down here, but it did say in one of the articles that I was reading that they ended up changing their names when they got out of prison.
Oh, that's the one smart thing they did.
Yeah. So Hiroshi's parents ended up selling their house and paying Junko's parents 50 million yen, in addition to their son being in prison for 20 years. And lastly, a court-ordered a psychological evaluation at the trial established that Hiroshi had a learning disability that did not impair his brain function but delayed his emotional development. So they weren't basically saying this was caused by mental, disorder or anything like that, but he did have some sort of a brain dysfunction that made him slower in comprehending things.
Okay. The dude's not autistic. He sounds like a straight up psychopath. He sounds like Norman Bates.
100%. Yep.
It's like, oh no, we'll just throw some toothpicks on the floor. He can count them.
Is that how they do the tests?
Yeah, I think so.
All I know is that these POSs are horrific, and they're out now at this point in life, and
that's scary to me.
And yet this young lady did not have a life beyond 17.
No.
And not even didn't have her life beyond 17, but was horrifically treated badly to the point that torture's probably an understatement of what she went through for 40 days.
Yeah, I know they say, eye for an eye and the world goes blind. I'm kind of okay with this being inflicted back on them. It's like, honestly, you think that might deter people from doing things like, well, hey, whatever you inflict on your victims gets thrown back at you tenfold.
Yeah.
So just think about that.
So how was that in starting out episode 4?
Yeah, I'm sick. That gave me the sads.
Yeah. I still would visit Japan because their crime rate is still way lower than ours. But
I still want to go to Japan. It seems like a neat place to check out.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but
we'll go to sushi first here. Make sure that you're good with it. Although you did say in episode 2 that you eat sushi with a fork.
Yeah.
You do not do that when we go to Japan. Do not do that when we go to Japan.
That sounds like a challenge. And then I just dunk it in soy sauce, right? That's how you do it. And then you put some ginger on there.
This is where the Yakuza will come after you.
Oh, yeah. Rightfully so.
Yes, you do not eat sushi with fork.
Yeah,
but tell us your happy-go-lucky story.
Tell me how to eat sushi. All right. Well, this POS...
brought to you by...
Actually, this was brought to me by a friend of mine up in Oregon. Again, Linnea, churning out the stories for me.
I know, my gosh. Mike Bounds, Maddie, you guys better be sending me some more stories. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I'm trying to convince her to just write all my stories from now on.
She has brought you some good stories.
Yeah, well, mom up in Oregon, I guess there's not a whole lot to do except watch murder porn.
There's plenty of that on cable.
Yeah.
And outside of the Christmas season on Hallmark. There you go.
See, that'll get me to watch Hallmark again.
Yes.
So this is about Ward Weaver the third.
Related to...
the second and the first.
June and Ward Cleaver.
If you got that joke, please put it down in the comment section.
If you did, actually, I would like to know if you can name what TV show that came from.
So this gem of a human, if you can call him that, he's a convicted murderer who is currently serving a life sentence without the possibility of parole. So
unlike my guys.
Yeah, unlike your guys who were free walking about doing God knows what.
Yeah.
Well, he's in there because, well, he did a thing, a little sexual assault, a little rape, little attempted murder. Oh, and he murdered 2 young girls. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he did this all by himself? He didn't have 3 other
no.
POSs with him?
So he did this by himself. He's pretty much your guys.
Just all rolled into one.
Except it rolled into one, except he did it twice. So I guess that's what gets you in prison for life is if you do it more than once.
Well, I would hope that it would have been even on the one, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this happened in Oregon City. Can you guess what state?
Wyoming.
Ooh.
Close?
Right. So close.
Idaho.
Oregon.
Wow, Oregon has an Oregon City.
Oregon.
Oregon.
As the locals call it.
Do we have a California city in California?
That's actually a good question.
We do.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
Where?
I don't know. It's somewhere out there in the,
in the
middle of wilderness. But yes, we do have a California city in California.
Do you think that's like
a state,
mandate?
a mandatory state
Yeah.
thing? Like New Mexico City in New Mexico?
Yeah. Florida City? There's New York City.
Well,
Alaska
that's just
City?
because the initial immigrants, they needed to remember where they were, and so it made it easier.
Is that true? You could. I could have totally believed that. Anyway, so back in August of 2001,
Okay.
Ashley Pond, one of the victims, only 12 years old at the time. She
12 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Well, she unfortunately was the friend of Ward Weaver's daughter,
Okay.
Mallory.
I guess it's really important to pick your friends because you never know what the outcome could be.
Very much. So yeah, this guy had a daughter. Just
Okay.
yeah, keep that in mind. So so Ashley actually accused Ward of attempting to rape her at his home and reported it to authorities.
Wow.
Yeah, so law enforcement, for whatever reason, I don't know, because she was only 12 and no one else can corroborate that evidence, they didn't press any charges. So he's free to go about his business.
Okay, so there are people who are falsely accused of things all the time that go through literal hell.
Yeah.
And this person, this child still, came forward and said, hey, this father over here is doing stuff to me, and nobody did anything?
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked, but here we are. 2001 is a different time, I guess.
So you're essentially saying because of the negligence of
law enforcement for both our stories.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
So, well, the parents were also somewhat involved in this one too. Wait, that's weird. Same here too.
Yeah.
So, okay, just keep going because I have a feeling. Obviously, we wouldn't be talking about this story unless something more even gruesome happened.
Yeah, it doesn't get better from here. I'm sorry. So, that was in August 2001.
Okay.
Flash forward to the morning of January 9th, 2002.
Okay.
So Ashley left her home to walk to a nearby bus stop, but she never arrived. So friends and family, including Mallory and other friends, they did a huge search.
Sure.
As you do.
Right.
And their other friend, Miranda, was part of the search. Miranda actually lived in the same apartment complex as Ashley.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not... So Ashley... Okay, got it.
Yeah, so Mallory, the daughter of Ward Weaver,
right,
is friends with Ashley and
But
Miranda.
Mallory does not live in the same apartment complex.
No.
Okay, got it.
No, they actually... his house is actually on the way to the bus stop.
Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
so from the apartment, they have to actually walk past her house.
Sure.
So, after some time, unfortunately, they kind of start calling off searches because this costs money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fundraisers were put together to actually kind of keep this going.
Okay.
And it was scheduled for March 23, 2002. So, about 2 months later.
Okay.
It's March 23. On the morning of March 8th, so about almost 2 weeks before, Miranda disappeared.
Great.
Yeah, under the same circumstances as Ashley, actually. Well, now the FBI gets involved.
Okay.
Now there's a pattern here.
Sure. Yeah.
So after both girls had vanished, Weaver thought this is a fine time to start digging a hole. So he got his son to help him dig a hole. Now, obviously, the son has questions like, why are we digging a hole, Dad?
Exactly.
Like, oh, well, I want to put in a hot tub, so this is just going to be the base for said hot tub.
Okay.
So the son's like, okay, Dad, let's dig a hole.
Great. I would like a hot tub, Dad. That'd be awesome.
Yep. So that was in March. Now in August 13th, 2002, Weaver's son called 911 to report that his father had attempted to rape his 19-year-old girlfriend.
Well, he went older.
Yeah. I guess that's better.
Not better, but at least not a minor.
Yeah.
Not good all around.
No.
And I'm assuming that the son at that moment realized that there was no jacuzzi coming.
So he also told dispatchers that his father confessed to him murdering both Ashley and Miranda.
Wait. The father confessed to his son
Yeah.
that he murdered the two children?
Yeah.
Was there a moment of clarity that this guy decided to
I
come
think
clean?
alcohol was involved.
Oh.
And so, a little side note that I read, because during all this hubbub of missing children, news do get involved, and he was actually interviewed by a reporter. And you want to know where he was standing when he was being interviewed? On top of that cement hole. So he was standing over her body the entire time he was talking to reporters.
Wow.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. So August, son called 911. That was the 13th. August 24th, FBI searched Weaver's home and found the remains of Miranda in a box in the storage shed.
Oh, so one of the bodies got buried. The other one was in a box.
The next day is where they found Ashley buried under that slab of concrete.
Wow.
Yeah. So you might be wondering, why did it take 8 months to finally obtain a search warrant, despite Ward actually being a prime suspect?
Why did it take 8 months?
Well, unfortunately, there was no... Even though he was a suspect, they didn't have anything on him. There was no real evidence. Plus, they actually had to go through the entire apartment complex to rule out any other possible suspects. So this just took...
So they had to do their due diligence.
Yeah. So... Unfortunately, the wheels of justice are rather slow.
Sometimes slow. Yep.
So now, in October 2nd, 2002, Weaver was finally indicted and charged with 6 counts of aggravated murder. Okay, buckle up here. We got a lot. So we got 6 counts of aggravated murder, 2 counts of abuse of a corpse in the second degree, 1 count of sexual abuse in the first degree, 1 count of attempted rape in the second degree, 1 count of aggravated murder, 1 count of sexual abuse in the first degree, 1 count of sexual abuse in the second degree, and 2 counts of sexual abuse in the third degree. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what a POS.
Oh, yeah. He was going for the high score of POS.
And the sad thing was he was turning into a serial rapist and killer.
Yes.
And these child molester.
Well, these are just ones we know.
Right.
I mean,
you're right.
Who knows what he did in his previous years.
And he never touched his daughter?
Surprisingly, no. Yeah.
I mean, thank God for that part, but wow.
Right. Still, I mean, she has to live with this.
Well,
2 of her friends are gone.
She has to live with this, and the son has to live with the fact that he was helping to dig the grave, unbeknownst to himself, of one of the children.
Yes.
And then had his girlfriend
experience that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he pleaded guilty to avoid the death penalty, which...
Chicken.
Honestly, I don't even think that should be an option.
No, it shouldn't.
Like, no, sorry, dude. Like, we know you're guilty. Like, you saying it doesn't make it any different. So instead, he received 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. So just feel good knowing that your tax dollars are paying to give that man 3 hots and a cot.
But I hope his roommate is giving him 3 hots and a cot. Because at this point, I would love to see him get a little bit of sweet justice.
Speaking of...
Although, isn't it true, though, that I believe, in prison, if you are a convicted child molester, that there is a bit of a jungle justice that happens in prison?
Well, I don't know from experience.
Well, hopefully not.
This is what's going around the rumor mill.
Yeah.
Once word gets out what you've done, especially with kids, it's not good for you. I think solitary confinement is your best option to not die.
And if I was a prison warden, I'd be like, no, we're not putting him in solitary confinement. Have him out there in the middle of the yard with the guys.
Oh, no, he got all stabbed up. Oh, who could have seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, no. But,
wow.
Speaking of his son earlier, who was traumatized with hole digging, well, we're going to flash forward a bit to February 14th, 2014.
Okay.
It was actually a stepson, by the way.
Oh, stepson. Yeah. Got it.
Well, he was arrested and charged with the murder of a drug dealer in Canby, Oregon. So, while I don't approve of the murder part, I mean, drug dealer, is anyone going to miss that? Versus a 12-year-old girl. I mean, between the two,
right?
I mean, if we're in a trolley situation here,
yeah.
I mean, come on,
yeah.
Which one are you gonna? Obviously, it's the drug dealer.
Linnea. Where did she find these?
I'm telling you, man. Oregon moms. They don't
have a lot to do in Oregon, huh?
Well, I mean, they've got their. Yeah, no, I think that's it. I think it's just murder porn.
Well, you know what? In the wintertime, it gets pretty harsh. They don't have a lot to do, so it's like, hey.
Well, she does crochet in the meantime.
Oh. She probably has very nice items. Is she on Etsy?
No, and I keep telling her, go on Etsy. Like, her stuff is awesome. Like, she made me a pretty big, like, Grogu.
Oh, Grogu from The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I'm like, dude.
I mean, you really can't get warm with that, but, you know, that's very sweet of her.
Oh, you mean, like, wear it?
like a blanket or something.
Oh, dude, no. Blankets and
I mean,
sweaters are so like...
We get some harsh winters here. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
The one day every once in a while.
Yeah. Wow, last week, everyone, buckle up. It was like 55.
I know. It's kind of, as I look through the window behind you right now, it's, 74 degrees, sunny out, and we're not quite in winter yet. Of course, by the time this airs, it will be in the middle of winter, but...
Well, and it's supposed to be like 80 tomorrow, so,
This is where
we are so privileged.
That's where a nice blanket would come in handy. So, well, let me take us down a happier path.
Yeah.
In this one, I'm going to do 3 like little mini stories of heroes, because I think sometimes the ratio of POSs to unsung heroes is a little too lopsided. So I'm going to try to help get us back to a more even number if I can.
Okay.
So
I approve.
You approve? Awesome.
Yes.
So this first one, and these are pretty much in the words of these individuals, so I'm not putting my own spin on it. So this first story comes from a Patty in her own words. As she basically said at one time, I had an ovarian cyst, which I know for you ladies out there is not a pleasant thing. I had a very dear friend of mine who dealt with that in a very unpleasant way, but thank God she's much better now. And so Patty had to go to the hospital. She said, I had no one to watch my 1-year-old son, so I had to bring him with me. Not an easy situation when she's going to be going in to have this addressed. She was crying really hard because I couldn't get my son to sit still with me, and he kept trying to pull on my tubes, which not a good thing in the hospital to happen, not at all. So she was at her wit's end, and she broke down. My phone was dead, so I couldn't call anyone. One of the nurses came up to me in my room and asked me if it was all right if she tried to calm her son down and give him a break. Or give her a break, actually. She brought some toys and blankets back for him, and she held him in her arms and played with him so that I could calm down until my mother-in-law showed up. So thankfully, she did finally have somebody that was able to come and help. The thing is, this nurse apparently did the job, did the trick in helping to calm down her 1-year-old, and did give that piece of mind for Patty to be able to go through her procedure and get things taken care of. And she says, I didn't even get her name, but it was so meaningful that she would show enough compassion to help us. Angels are real.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I can only imagine anybody seeing, certainly, I don't know if she was fully a single parent mom here, although it does sound like she has a mother-in-law. So whether the husband wasn't in the picture for a particular reason or whatnot, she was not able to have that additional support there, especially with the 1-year-old. So the fact that this nurse just selflessly gave of her time to help this poor mom going through a kind of a tough moment, and take the 1-year-old off of her hands and help to, entertain them and calm them down. In turn, help to calm her down.
Well, I mean, nurses in general are pretty awesome.
They are.
I mean, not the TikTok nurses. You kind of suck. I mean, if you got time to dance, then...
Hey, they have the right to be able to showcase their second talent in life.
I mean, they if they want to dance, they can dance, but I also
just not on my time when I'm in the hospital.
Well, preferably not when it's in surgery,
No, surgery would be a bad time, actually. But I will say that I have met many awesome nurses, and I think they are so underrated compared to doctors who get a lot of times
all the credit. Yeah.
Some of them well deserved. I'm not going to deny that, but I think nurses rare to get the recognition or credit that they should get.
Yes, those are real unsung heroes.
Oh, absolutely, because the doctor's there for that brief moment in time.
Yeah,
and they have a lot of. I'm not going to discount. They have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things on their shoulders. Nurses are there for the ugly, the bad, and the good, and they see it and do it all. And my hat's off to you, literally, nurses. So, right?
Yeah, no argument here.
And I've seen amazing male nurses just as much as I've seen amazing female nurses. So, nurses in general.
Oh yeah, I wasn't just applying it to females.
No, I know you weren't, but I just wanted to point that out because I know sometimes there's a stigma that guys can't be nurses, and quite frankly, they can.
Guys can do anything, ladies.
I don't know I would go that far. But anyhow, our second story comes from Susie in her own words. I was grocery shopping. I was really kind of slurring those words there. I was grocery shopping when I received a call that my grandpa had died. Oh. Very sad. My grandpa and I were close my whole life. Every day called me his little shadow. We knew it was coming, but to hear it over the phone put me into a shock. I just stood there and went white and numb. An older couple happened to be standing near me and sensed something wrong. They asked, but I couldn't make words come out. They sat with me for a while, got a hold of my best friend to come pick me up, and bought the groceries in my cart.
Wow.
Sweet old couple.
Yeah.
See, even old couple, too. I'm going to give a shout out to them as well. What?
It's not all old people. Just some of them are just like.
Well, these are the ones who are trying
life.
Who are trying to get into heaven, and I say more power to them.
Okay, those are the good old people.
Those are the good old people,
and we applaud them.
Yes, exactly. Certainly, this couple. So then, not too long after, they sent flowers to our house.
Oh wow! They
apparently
knew where she lived.
Apparently, they had my friend's phone number from when they called her, and they paid her to send a bouquet to me.
Aw.
Yes, it didn't end just with the groceries. That was one of the worst days of my life, and I miss my grandpa every single day. But that kindness and humanity makes me cry in a good way.
Ugly cry.
Well, no, this is probably a happy cry because there was, in the wake of a tragic moment of losing a loved one that you were very close to, there was compassion and love, genuine love, selfless love, given by two other people that just didn't have to do a thing, didn't have to lift a finger, but helped her out.
More of that, please.
Well, then one next story is not that, but I just pointing that out. That's a sweet thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying more of that in this world.
In this world, yes. And to our older people, be like the nurses. Be selfless and wonderful. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have much time left. You might as well leave a.
Oh my gosh! Shut up.
You might as well
You're
do something
gonna be
good.
there too one day. Gosh.
No,
but I will.
I won't be.
Oh, shut up. But I will say this. You're right. There are some older people who are cranky. But here's the deal. Is the crankiness really because sometimes they're treated with disrespect? Because sometimes the younger generation doesn't treat the elderly very well. They look at them as kind of a discarding attitude. And we all need to realize, I know I'm a little bit closer than you are, but we all need to...
A lot closer.
Shut up. But we all need to realize that we're going to be there one day.
Nah.
If we're even lucky to make it to that age.
Nah.
I have had friends who sadly have left in their 20s and 30s.
For what?
Like they're not here anymore.
Where are they?
Hopefully in heaven.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So the fact that we are getting older and hopefully we'll be able to enjoy our senior years, to the younger people that just dismiss elderly people.
I don't know if I'm going to be enjoying my senior years. I mean, I'm barely enjoying my current years. And it's just going to be way worse down the line.
You know what? That shirt's going to look great on you when you're 70.
Yeah, damn right it will.
But there's a good chance you're going to go before your wife anyway, so.
Oh, there's a high likely chance of that. I don't make good decisions.
Well, let's hope you change that soon.
Nope.
So here's the final story, and it comes from Holly in her own words. When I was working at a Hobby Lobby during the Christmas season, I was sick and had almost lost my voice, but kept my attitude very upbeat. It was almost at the end of the night when an elderly couple, came through my line. We started joking about them going to Cracker Barrel, which is funny because I've introduced Cracker Barrel just recently to some friends of mine when we were doing work in Atlanta and up in Gurnee in Illinois.
Never been.
Really? It's a good comfort food place.
I don't know. Is it like up there with Norm's or Denny's or something?
No, I would say it's better than those. I'll take you to the one.
I mean, that's not really the highest of praise. It's like, well, it's better than Denny's.
And Norm's.
I mean, that's literally everything.
Did you ever go to Po Folks?
Like maybe once.
Did you like it?
It didn't leave an impression on me, and it's currently not there anymore. So
that's because Po Folks really wasn't going to be a thing that was going to last in Southern California.
Why?
Because it's just not.
We weren't ready for it.
No, we weren't. We weren't as classy for it and ready for it. I'll take you to the only Cracker Barrel that I know of here in California, out in Barstow sometime.
I was going to say, like, isn't that Barstow? Like, why would I stop at Barstow? Unless I'm getting gas.
We'll go to Vegas sometime.
Gross.
Just so we can stop by Cracker Barrel on the way.
You know, okay, I'll go to assuming you're driving, I'll go to Cracker Barrel with you, but I really don't want to go to Vegas.
Okay, fine. We won't go to Vegas. Anyhow, so we started joking. She says we started joking about them going to Cracker Barrel, and the man asked me what I wanted. I joked about meatloaf and green beans with a sweet tea. Obviously, this is from the South because they love their sweet tea. About 20 minutes later, the elderly couple came back into the store with a bag from Cracker Barrel with my exact order down to the sweet tea. The lady whispered, "Merry Christmas" to me, and I literally cried right there in the store.
Because it was in July.
God. You know, you just ruined every story. Come on. I'm done. I'm done. Whatever. All I can say is another sweet story of a selfless act.
It was sweet.
Not in July.
Sorry. Couldn't help it.
Well, that's all I have.
Okay.
Do you have anything more?
I'm all out.
Okay.
All right. Well, if that's it, then, thanks for sticking around. Sorry if I offended old people.
Actually, a lot of people today.
I tend to do that. Sorry. Not sorry. Sorry.
God.
Anyway, so that's it for us then, I guess. Then.
Yeah, please share us. Remind us.
Do the thing.
Yeah, do that thing.
We recorded here in the POS studios. Posted by us. And we also want to thank our wonderful producer, Mark Wallengren. Oh, yes.
Yes, we love him.
Mark,
and these stories are
best.
written by us, but we do our research and make sure that they come from sources that have confirmed these wonderful POSs and unsung heroes.
Yeah. Yep. But hey, if you got any stories you want us to talk about, feel free to DM us. Put it in the comment section. Just, highlight a story and we'll check it out.
And give you credit.
Yes, we will say your name.
I mean, please try to make it an easy name.
Yeah. Preferably, like John Doe or Chris Smith. Susie Q.
Wouldn't it be nice if it was that easy?
Yeah. Either way. Whatever. We'll still say it. We just might not say it well. So in the meantime, like, share, comment, subscribe. All the socials that we are on, Facebook, X, Instagram, I think, probably. Although we don't really post a whole lot, but we'll try. If it will get you to engage, we'll do it. Just for you.
Yes.
Not for you.
No, not for me, but for you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So sweet of you.
All right.
Okay, well, let them go. You're done.
I know. I'm just rambling at this point.
Yes.
So
they're done looking at that shirt. Okay?
Yeah, check it out.
So have a good rest of your time, and we'll see you on the next episode, right?
Yeah. And be good humans, for F's sake.
Why are you looking at me? Bye.